Yo, yo, peace. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm DJ Universe. Picture this. It is 3 in the morning in a cramped, freezing studio back in Ohio. The snow is piling up outside the window. The radiator is hissing, and we are working on a mixdown for the 15th consecutive hour. No budget, no major label backing, no safety net. Just pure, raw belief and a couple of speakers that we had to daisy chain together just to get a clean signal. I remember sitting there looking at the screen, my eyes completely bloodshot, thinking to myself, how do we scale this? How do we take this hunger, this independent hustle, and turn it into something that actually lasts? Something that can survive the cold winters of the industry? That was the spark. That was the moment I realized that if you want to make it, you have to be willing to start from absolute scratch and build your own door when nobody else is opening theirs. And that grind didn't stop in Ohio. I packed up everything, took that dream down south to Florida, and restarted from the ground up. And if you have been rocking with me on this journey, supporting Down by Law Management, downloading the blueprints, tuning into Hip Hop Hero League TV, and watching the Legacy Makers feature, you know we don't just sit around and talk about the culture. We are actively out here building it every single day. Which brings me to the massive news I have been waiting to share with the family. We are officially stepping into the merch game in a whole new way. The official Down by Law Management merch store is dropping very soon. And I need to clarify something right out of the gate. This is not some random overnight t-shirt hustle where we throw a basic logo on a cheap blank and call it a day. Now, we are talking about movement merch, legacy merch. This is wearable energy for the independent entrepreneurs, the artists, the creators, and the visionaries who are actively betting on themselves every single day. It is about establishing an identity that says you belong to a community of builders, not just consumers. So let me open up the vault and show you exactly what we have been working on behind the scenes. When the portal goes live, you are going to be able to rock official Down by Law Management apparel, our signature Soul Legacy hats and shirts, and the exclusive I'm a Legacy Maker gear. We also designed a special run of merchandise inspired directly by my featured episode on Legacy Makers by Inside Success TV. If you watched that episode, you saw the journey from struggle to strategy, from pain to purpose. We wanted to take that inspiration and turn it into something tangible. Because legacy is not just a nice concept you talk about in interviews. Legacy is something you live, something you build, and yes, something you wear proudly. Now, I want to talk directly to my independent artists and creators for a minute because we need to have a real, unfiltered conversation about the business side of this game. Let's do some quick, hard math. Right now, on average, a single stream on major platforms pays out somewhere between a third and a half of a cent. That means to make about $40, your track has to be streamed roughly 10,000 times. Think about the sheer amount of marketing, playlisting, and hustle it takes for an independent artist to pull in 10,000 unique streams. Now, compare that to a single high-quality tee or a custom snapback. If you sell just one shirt, you can easily generate that same $40 in a matter of seconds. One physical product can bring in the financial equivalent of 10,000 streams. Let that sink in for a moment. Music is the tool that builds your fan base and connects people to your soul. But merch is the engine that actually builds your business. When someone buys a shirt from you, they are doing so much more than making a transaction. They are becoming a walking billboard for your brand. They are walking into their offices, their classrooms, their studios, and their neighborhoods, representing your movement. That is how we establish real branding, true ownership, and the foundation for generational wealth. To my Soul Legacy family, you already know what time it is. Soul Legacy is not just a logo or a clever design. It is a mindset. It is about standing on business, leaving footprints that are bigger than your own feet, and building an empire that your kids and their kids can actually inherit. If you do not believe in your own brand enough to represent it, why should anyone else invest their hard-earned money into you? So how do you actively back the Cypher? It is simple. You buy the merch, you share the movement, you stream the independent artist we feature, you tune into Hip Hop Hero League TV, and you download our free independent artist blueprint to get your business structure right. Every single purchase, share, and stream helps fuel the entire ecosystem. It directly supports the resources we provide to independent artists who are trying to navigate this industry without selling their souls. The launch is happening very soon, and you will be able to access everything directly through our main site at bylawmanagementllc.com, as well as our official secure merchandise portal at uniproductsmarket.securedecoration.com. Keep your eyes on those links because when these drops hit, they are going to move fast. I want to leave you with one final question to chew on as we close out today's episode. When people look at you, do they see someone who is just watching the culture, or do they see someone who is actively building it? Think about what you are representing with your time, your energy, and your style. This is your man DJ Universe, founder of By Law Management LLC, reminding you to always bet on yourself, build your brand, and back the Cypher. Teamwork makes the dream work, and hustle is the muscle that moves mountains. So on that note, until the next episode, gratitude, blessings, and one love. Peace.